Alright guys, welcome to Flav Oriana's MMA show. I'm your host, Flav Oriana, brought to you by Four Corner Sports. Alright guys, so breaking news, it hit at 10:50 when I was in the middle of doing a video, and I just pop up on Twitter. I'm like, let's see what happened. Let's see if anything happened, because I'm checking for baseball news to see if anything happened with Francisco Lindor, right? Those of you guys that are MMA fans that follow baseball, you guys know what I'm talking about. But I see a post. It's official. All right, and I didn't even know this was happening. Leon Edwards has an opponent, and you would think that he's going to run it back with Bilal Muhammad, but he said, I want to be able to have a title fight. That's not happening. So why don't we do something a little bit better? If it's not a title fight, we'll give you a big name. All right? No, it's not Jorge Masvidal, because he has a fight with Kamaru Usman at UFC 261. For UFC 262, we're going to put you on the card against Nate Diaz. Yes, the return of Nate Diaz is back. He is back. First fight since UFC 244, when he ended up fighting Jorge Masvidal at Madison Square Garden. Yes, he is fighting. Nate Diaz is fighting Leon Edwards in Houston at UFC 262. Wow, this is huge news right now. All right. Plus, for another plot twist for you guys, it's going to be on the co-main event. Of course it's going to be on the co-main event. What makes it that much of a plot twist? Well, Nate Diaz obviously is a name, right? And he has a lot of cachet, right? He could pull things around. For the first time in UFC history, the co-main event will not be featured a title fight, but it will be 5 rounds. All right. So the first time ever in UFC history that a co-main event is going to be 5 rounds that would not include a title. That is huge stuff right there. All right. This would have never happened if Nate Diaz was not going to be on the card. Nate Diaz, is a main event fighter. All right. Main evented UFC 244. Main evented against Conor McGregor on 2 separate occasions. All right. This guy, he co-main evented on the Stipe Miocic fight versus DC, but that's because he didn't want to be above and beyond over the heavyweights, and he respects Stipe, he respects Daniel Cormier, and he fought a competent opponent in what's it called? I'm about to say Sergio Pettis. Anthony Pettis. But yes, this is huge. I want to see what happens. Right now, I can't even grasp on who I'm going to be picking, but this card is loaded, all right? Not to mention that the main event is going to be Michael Chandler versus Charles Oliveira. Now, Charles Oliveira is not that much of a bigger name than Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler has established himself a lot in Bellator. But if you guys don't mind, I'll read you guys the names for UFC 262. So the main event is Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. Did I forget to tell you guys Beneil Dariush is fighting? Oh, who's Beneil Dariush? Oh, he's just some 155er that has a famous spinning backhand knockout. All right, and he is fighting El Cucuy, Tony Ferguson. All right, you also have Jordan Wright. He's fighting Jamie Pickett, Viviana Araujo fighting Caitlin Chookagian. Alex Perez, he's making his return since losing to Davison Figueiredo. He's fighting Matt Schnell. Oh, Antonina Shevchenko, she's fighting versus Andrea Lee. All right. Edson Barbosa's fighting against Hurricane Shane Burgos. You also have Jack Hermanson. All right. First time he's fighting since losing to Kevin Holland back in December. Facing the golden boy himself, Edmund Shabazian. He's trying to redeem his loss. Both these guys on the wrong side of a decision. Well, not decisions of you know what I'm talking about. Hermanson losing to not Kevin Holland, I'm sorry, Martin Vettori. Shabazian losing to Derek Brunson. You also have the return of Jacare Souza versus Andre Muniz. So there's a lot of good stuff to look forward to. All right, and this just shows you guys that this is a stacked card. You put Nate Diaz on this card, it just enhances it right then and there. So much to look forward to for UFC 262. You have UFC 261 with, like I said, Jorge Masvidal versus Kamaru Usman. Then you also have Valentina Shevchenko versus, I'm sorry guys, allergies. I need to take like a Zyrtex or something. Man, oh man. Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Andrade. Weili Zhang versus Rose Namajunas. Anthony Smith versus Jimmy Crute. I mean, it's such a loaded card as well. So if you guys are big fans of MMA, these next two pay-per-views are just huge. Huge, I tell you. Huge. All right. Nate Diaz versus Leon Edwards. I mean, I just want to grasp it to you guys that Nate Diaz says he doesn't want to fight at 155, wants to fight at 170. Right? Dana's like, no problem whatsoever. You can move up to 170. Fights Leon Edwards, who needs a opponent, right? He's not going to fight Usman because Usman's already fighting Masvidal. All right, Colby Covington is declining him, right? I think the only possible thing that could have been as big, if not as big, is he would have fought Covington. Not if he would have fought Burns. I thought, honestly, it was going to be Burns, but this only, opens up, Usman told, Covington, hey, you got to fight one more if I'm going to be, as long as I'm champ, right? If I'm Covington and if Usman beats Masvidal once again, that means one, Masvidal's not getting a title. That means Covington, he needs to, fight one more. So why not fight Burns, right? And if I'm Leon Edwards, right, I have to do everything I can, right? As great as I looked against Bilal Muhammad in that one round, do everything I can to beat, Nate Diaz, who is not an easy out, all right? Nate Diaz is in this division because one, probably doesn't want to cut weight. Probably wants to fight, tougher opponents, all right? Doesn't really care for fighting anybody at 155 at the moment. Doesn't really care for fighting, I guess, Charles Oliveira. Doesn't care for fighting Michael Chandler, who, in Nate Diaz, it doesn't surprise me because, this guy doesn't have enough titles. I mean, enough fights underneath his belt and with the organization. I thought the Tony Ferguson Nate Diaz fight would have been perfect, but that didn't pan out very well. That didn't happen because Nate wants to move up to 170. Nate has no interest in fighting Conor at this very moment. He says he kind of regretted giving Conor the rematch. And, Dustin is all on wanting to fight Conor because he wants big fights instead of getting the title as of this very moment. So, very happy to see Nate is fighting Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards needs a big name. He needs to enhance himself. If Leon Edwards is able to get past Nate Diaz, all right, this will only explode his name even further into reasons why he should get a title shot. Plus, all right, that's a huge name to get under your resume. That will definitely have him with the fans pushing him to getting to fight the winner of Usman versus Masvidal. I mean, more likely if Usman was to win, then it would be Leon Edwards. Because if Masvidal was to win and he beats Usman, we're more than certain that, the UFC is going to give Usman the automatic rematch over, the winner of Diaz versus Edwards or whatever, or the potential matchup of Covington versus Burns. So huge, big stuff for the welterweight division. As of right now, the three fighters that are going to be on standby at this very moment are Covington, Burns, and Wonderboy. What's happening with Wonderboy? I think he said he wanted to fight in May or June. Surprised that nothing has come up as of yet for Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. But yeah, guys. I mean, look, things are rolling with the UFC. Things are pushing and excelling. Plus, we have gotten news today that Darren Till is pulling out of his fight with Marvin Vettori. He ended up getting a broken collarbone, from his training. So, unfortunately, Darren Till has to pull out. I don't know how many weeks he's going to be out for. It's not good for Darren Till because Darren Till really needed this fight. He was going to have, such a large amount of people watching him. It's going to be on ABC. It's going to be at 3 o'clock. All right, people from Europe are going to be able to watch as opposed to having to wake up super early. All right, at 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning to watch the card. Yeah, so, I mean, there was things about that Kevin Holland had said that, he accepts the fight on short notice. I think there's just waiting for things to be official. Martin Vettori said, let's go. He's down for it. I think it's just a matter of just signing the contract, UFC signing off on it, and this, that, and the third. But Kevin Holland sees an opportunity, likes to fight pretty frequently. He loves fighting at, as close as possible. I think it's gonna be at the Apex. I mean, there's no official word on what's the location. I imagine it's at the Apex only because of the fact that, what's it called? They haven't made any announcements as of fight nights being anywhere else but the Apex. But I just think that the pay-per-views are gonna be at individual cities. Houston, Jacksonville, Vegas, you name it. And I mean, individual cities as in like Vegas, maybe like the T-Mobile Arena or something of that nature, But yeah, guys, I mean, this is huge stuff, as for news with MMA, Nate Diaz versus Leon Edwards, I can't wait. History's is going to be made on that night. Somebody's going to be crowned the new lightweight champion. It's also going to be the first 5-round co-main event that's not going to feature a title in UFC history, and much more, guys, and so much more. So then, guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Slavo Rihanna. I will be giving you guys the news when I see it, and I'll be able to give you guys videos as soon as I can. All right, things have been really busy in my personal life, but until then, guys, I'm your host, Slav, and I'll see you guys next time. Please hit that like and subscribe button because that really does help out a lot. All right, guys, see you, and have a good one.